supporters today. We're doing our town really proud today. It's our town, it's our drink.
And I think this huge march and rally today is a demand that Diageo starts to return that loyalty with some loyalty of their own.
And this company needs to understand that it has a moral obligation to families, fathers and sons, daughters and mothers, whole families who've given this company everything, all of their lives. That loyalty has to be repaid.
Diageo now need to stop, they need to think. This is a crying call on behalf of the Scottish nation.
It's the fact that this industry, which has served Scotland well, and which Scotland has served well, and no better than this town of Kilmarnock deserves.
I think there's a clear message here to hit home with Diageo. People in Kilmarnock, people of Ayrshire, people of Scotland are turning out numbers for us today.
And I think that's a powerful message coming from this demonstration today to Diageo. Please think again, please look very, very carefully at the alternative business plan.
And let's not forget our colleagues at Port and Jas and Talbot who face a similar situation.
Tell all your friends and relatives, and the more international support we can gain for this campaign, the better. The football club is behind Johnnie Walker. I know that you are all too, and we'll keep this campaign going until Diageo changes its mind in the same way that they did for Dublin when they decided to keep Guinness there. They can make the same decision for Kilmarnock.
I think it'll be devastating to the community.
I think it's just not right to let that many jobs go.
Obviously it's going to be a devastating blow to the economy in Kilmarnock. It's at the very centre of it, a major employer, so obviously there's going to be a huge knock-on effect from it.
It's been here too long to now lose it.
Oh, I think it will have a major impact on the town and the surrounding area, particularly as we've lost a lot of industry in recent months.
I mean, I think it's obviously going to be 900 jobs out of any community. It's a big loss. I think it will affect them badly. I don't think it doesn't seem like it's an inevitability that it's going to happen, as demonstrated by the amount of people that are on the march and by the whole range of cross-party political support for it, from the Conservatives to the Labour to the SNP. It seems as if there's a real unity about making sure that it doesn't happen. So I don't think the game's over yet.
Obviously, Walker's is a big earner for the families in Kilmarnock and district, and for that to be eradicated is tragic for the area.
Everybody associates whisky with Kilmarnock, Johnnie Walker's.
Well, I think it's going to have a very serious impact in Kilmarnock, and I think that's recognised not just in Kilmarnock but the length and breadth of Scotland, which is why so many of us, and certainly in the political spectrum, it's across all parties, wanted to turn up today and walk shoulder to shoulder with the local community to say we don't agree with this decision, we're very uneasy about it.
I think that will be pretty devastating for the local community.
I think it'll affect it drastically. It's the final nail in the coffin as far as I'm concerned. It's much the same, yeah. It will. It's tragic. It's like taking rocket burns out of here.
Well, I think it will have a devastating effect on the economy of Kilmarnock and to the families that work there, because you can't absorb that number of job losses now. I think it's vital to try and keep them in Kilmarnock.
I think today's match will be excellent, raising the whole profile and making sure that every possible avenue is explored to see if the jobs can be retained and to make sure that the best deal for the employees and Kilmarnock economy is reached at the end of the day.
Diageo may be persuaded that the close link between Kilmarnock and Johnnie Walker as part of their advertising image would be severely dented if they took it away from this town.
Well, I was interested in listening to the press conference there. A lot of the politicians were saying, and the union guys were saying, that the thing about companies these days, big companies like Diageo, is that they're very sensitive to their brands. You know, if their brands are seen to be doing badly, or they seem to be, the companies themselves are seen to be doing wrong, that it really does affect their business case, you know.
Well, hopefully it'll have a large impact, because I think this is the thin edge of the wedge.
Hopefully it'll just make Diageo's listen and shows that we're serious and we want these people to keep their jobs.
I think to spreading bad news about Diageo all over the place, you know. So I think that's quite interesting. I think the brand is very, very Scottish, and they make money out of that. But it's not very good if there's an alternative message come along that says we actually don't actually regard the people who have been making it, you know, in this area for centuries, very well, treat them very well.
The reason I'm here today is to show the people of Kilmarnock they're not alone in this fight, there's a lot of sympathy for them, and to send a clear message to Diageo, look, you need to rethink this. And that's what I hope the impact of the march today will be.
Hopefully it'll have a good impact and show the rest of the country that we need to keep things that's made in Scotland and not get it made elsewhere. I think they're taking it to Fife, but Walker's whisky was started in Kilmarnock and that's where it should stay.
I know that the Walker's management are on site today to see just what size the parade is as it walks past, and the bigger the parade, the bigger impact it will have on the Walker's management, who will have to sit up and take notice.
Hopefully Diageo will change their minds and hopefully bring the jobs back to the community, and it's business as usual.